Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video in the new year 2021. I know I'm a little late, but better late than never. I am back. Happy New Year, guys. Yeah, we're still in this pandemic, but nonetheless, we're here. Right? So today's video came highly recommended, what do I say, recommended? But it was a requested video. On my Instagram, I was talking about scheduling time for yourself and how important scheduling your time was, and someone requested that I do a YouTube video. So this channel is all about taking care of yourselves, women's health, and women's health is such a broad subject, and literally everything we do pertains to our health. One day I was sitting at work. I just started a new position. I started a new position in a new job the beginning of January. So January 4th, I was on a new job. If you don't know, because I don't think you know, if you don't know, I was laid off my job in September of 2020. And, you know, I was trying to figure out what in the world I was going to do. I really did think that I had a position lined up. I had an interview and everything, but that fell through. So unfortunately, but things worked out and I got a new position. I interviewed the end of December, and then I started on January 4th. God is good. That's all I got to say. So I'm in this new position. It's a lot different than my previous job. I am in social services. I was more in case management, so on the go, pretty much created my own schedule in a way, because I can go out, see clients, go home, do whatever I need to do, but also keep up with the demands of what the job needed. Now I am more on a fixed job where I'm required to, I don't have as much flexibility as I did before. And it could be because more so I'm new and trying to get the nitty gritty of the job to really get the understanding of what the heck I'm supposed to be doing, because y'all, I am completely lost, like completely lost. I won't say that I'm totally out of my element, because I had a role previously some years back where I did some of the things that I'm doing now, but it's been so long that y'all, I forgot a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to remember, and y'all know with this brain fog, this menopause brain fog, it ain't helping. Like, I have a notebook. I promise you, I have half the notebook already filled up with notes, and you know, I'm still a little bit lost, but your girl gonna get it together. So I told myself, I said, listen, regardless the position, you know, your job change, it's a lot different than what you had before, but you still got to schedule time for yourself to take a break. And so I did that post on Instagram, got a lot of great feedback from it. And one of those, a lot of the feedback was, how do I schedule the time? How do I actually take breaks in the middle of a day? And I know it can be so difficult because it all depends on the demand of your job. I've been a supervisor before, and then I'm just like the regular employee. So I do know that when you're in higher roles, the demand on your job is a lot more, which means you're in a lot of meetings. You have really strict deadlines. You probably don't even take lunch for yourself, which is so bad. But I am going to try to give you some tips on how to schedule and plan your day. So just take this into consideration. This is not a one-size-fits-all thing. This is just basic information that you can apply to just yourself. Okay, So the first thing I want you to do is take a look at your schedule. You have to kind of look at your calendar for the week. So that is going to require you probably over the weekend to take out your work phone or open up your computer to look at what your following week is going to look like. Okay. And so you're going to look at all the meetings you have, some of the deadlines that you have for the week, and you're going to schedule breaks in between accordingly. So every Monday you have a meeting. Like most jobs, you have that Monday morning meeting that nobody wants to go to, that literally could be an email, but we all have to attend them, right? So you have your morning meeting, and then you want to do your task for the day. This is what I do. So I would write down all my tasks that I need to complete for the day, either write them out or put them on your calendar. I love checklists, so I love to check things off because it makes me feel like I accomplished something throughout the day. I don't know how you feel, but that's the way I do things. So I like to check things off. Go ahead, create your task list. After you create your task list, you're gonna look at where your meetings are in that day. So if you have another big meeting after your morning meeting and in between your tasks that you need to complete, after you fill out your task, you want to schedule probably a 10 to 15 minute break. So it's not going to be too long. That's going to be the break where you are just going to say, you're going to just sit back, take a deep breath. You may want to close your eyes and just get yourself focused for the rest of your day. So this is where you might want to have affirmations, talk to yourself as far as, listen, I'm going to get through this day. This day is going to be a positive day. I am going to crush these tasks and I won't let anything get to me. Okay, so that's that. Actually, what I should have said, rewind. I should have said, begin your day with prayer. Listen, I cannot function without it. So when I wake up in the morning, I probably will wake up about an hour before work starts. That's me getting my coffee, waking up, getting my coffee, spending time with the Lord. So I'm going to pray. I don't really journal in the morning, but I may just write out an affirmation for myself, and that would be something that will be in that 15-minute break. Might be something that I want to read again. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the 15-minute break in the morning. So you want to do your 10 to 15-minute break there. So you're gonna spend the rest of your day doing whatever. In that time frame, after the 15-minute break and you do your work, it's probably time for lunch. You legit want to take at least an hour to 30 minutes. But then again, I don't know what your job does, because there are some jobs that say you only have 30-minute lunch break, and then you have those who have the typical 1-hour lunch break. So whatever that is, you definitely want to plan your lunch break. It needs to be on your calendar. It needs to be on your calendar. I don't know how your job is. Some people are able to express to their supervisors or whomever that, listen, lunch is a non-negotiable. I have to eat. I cannot do working lunches, things like that. Sometimes you're going to have to. It's just one of those things. I don't know what your job tells you to do. I have no idea, but you want to take at least 30 to an hour lunch break to actually eat. I know this is kind of like even a little bit off topic to planning or scheduling, but try to eat food that is not going to make you lethargic after lunch. So it might not be in your best interest to eat big meals like rice and chicken and like macaroni and cheese and bringing your dinner for lunch. So it might not be in your best interest. You want to eat possibly as light as possible. So I do recommend salads or small meals. If you're going to have something like chicken, you could do like roasted potatoes, something on the light end that's not going to make you too lethargic. You have smoothie, if that's your choice, vegetable smoothie, depending on what, what your dietary needs are. So eat light as possible. Also, during that time of your lunch break, if you have time to eat, you may want to read something. That may be another time for you to do affirmations. If you're not hungry and you opt for smoothies, you may want to take a 10 to 30, take a nap in between that. It's okay. Like, lunch breaks can be literally whatever you want them, just as long as you're getting something that you really need, that's going to help you function throughout your day. Okay, so after lunch, you should be ready to go for the rest of the day, right? So you have lunch. Lunch would probably be what, 12 to 1, sometimes 1 to 2. I kind of typically like 1 to 2. It all depends on how I feel. But definitely before the day ends. Typically your day ends by 5, maybe 6 o'clock. I'm stretching that 6 o'clock thing. I don't like that 6 o'clock thing. I like 5 o'clock. I'm done. Shut off the computer, shut off the phone, everything off. So you may want to take another break. Okay, so you had your 15-minute break in the morning. You have your lunch break. But you may need to do another 10 to 15-minute break in between, where maybe about, let's see, if you eat at 12 to 1, 2, 3, maybe by 3:30, take a 10-minute break just to kind of wind down and to look through how you're going to spend the rest of the day and what that is going to look like for you. And that's pretty much how you can schedule breaks. So it's all up to you how many breaks you want to have, but it's very important to at least have that morning break and to have lunch. It is very, very important. I have ran on fumes before, and it is not a pretty sight. It's easy for you to get angry. It's easy for you to get frustrated. And you become more emotional, and especially with menopause. Guys, y'all know, like, we are all over the place, and we're all over the place anyway because we're hormonal, especially when, even when you're on your menstrual cycle, that's a whole nother beast, that you got to deal with. So our bodies, and we require a lot of time, a lot of me time. And I think we have to be more intentional about our me time and about our personal time. We have to take control of it, because other people will control it for you, and that's one thing I do not like. I do not want anybody controlling my time and telling me when I can take a break and when I can do things. No, I'm setting my schedule, and this is my schedule, but I need some break time. There are some meetings. Sometimes I take even more than maybe 2 breaks or 3 breaks. I may take more, because there are some meetings. I'm going to say last week I had, was it last week or the week before? No, it was last week. Last week, I had a very emotional week. Again, you guys, I'm new on my job. And so there are things that, like, I'm very operational. And this is what I learned about myself. I was just telling my friend, I was like, I think I'm learning a lot about who I am and what makes me I don't want to say what makes me tick, but what I like and how I like things to flow. I am very operational. So I like things to be in order. I know that when you're on the job, there are things that are just out of your control. Absolutely understandable. But for the most part, I like things to be structured. There should be a how-to on how to do the job. So when you're building it, but I do understand that on my job, that they're kind of building the position. It's new to them. So they're taking over the position that I'm in from another agency. And so we're right now learning how to do the position. it was stressful nonetheless. Okay, it was very stressful. I ended up crying for a whole 20 minutes. So yeah, that was a 20-minute break. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what in the world I'm gonna do. And I went from crying, and then I started praying. I was like, God, you got to give me the strength to do this job, because I know that I'm good at what I do, but right now I'm feeling defeated. And I will tell you that the rest of the week, when I prayed, and then I continued to build myself up with my affirmations, my personal affirmations, and taking those breaks, it got a little easier. Also, I had to remember what my goal and intention is for myself, my personal goals. And I think too, that plays a very big role in things as well. There are people who really love their jobs and are looking to move up the ladder and just move up the ladder, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great, because that's what you're looking for. So remind yourself of those things that you're looking to accomplish in the near future. For me, it is the potential to leave my 9 to 5. I want to leave the 9 to 5 life and have my own schedule. Even though I'll probably be working 20 times harder than I am on a 9 to 5, it's something that I want to do. It's something that I am passionate about. And I'm passionate about business, and I'm passionate about women's health. So, period. That's what I'm passionate about. 9 to 5 is paying my bills, okay? They're paying my bills and helping me to manage myself business-wise as well, because it's also paying my business expenses. So I have to look and put things into perspective, and then that will change how I feel throughout the day. Yes, my goal is to leave, but I'm also saying to myself, listen, you are going to give your 110%. You are giving your all to this job. Nobody is ever going to say Amelia didn't give her all. Nobody's ever going to say Amelia didn't do her job. Amelia's going to do her job, and you won't even know I have a job on the side. Okay, you won't even know I'm doing my own business. And that's the thing. That's the key. But we'll talk about that another time. But I hope the information that I provided was able to help you think about scheduling time for yourself throughout the day. Use your work calendar, use your personal phone as well, but schedule that time in. Make sure you put on your calendar busy. Okay, that is your high priority moment. Do not schedule me for anything, because I know that there are times where people are scheduling meetings, and you know how you share your calendar, they're able to see what's happening. Put busy on there. Put busy. Don't put break. Put busy. Put meeting. Something. Disguise that thing. But it's because it's your time. Make sure to put a ringer on your phone. I know that on the calendar it can give you a 15-minute or 5-minute warning or whatever it takes for you to do that, to schedule that time and to take it for yourself. Do it. So that's it for today. Go ahead, like and subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm talking about. I have a feeling that 2021 is gonna be awesome. I got some things in store. I'm just learning so much more about myself. I'm learning how to take care of myself. And so as I'm learning, I love to share. So I hope this video helped you all. Again, like, subscribe, comment, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you do throughout your day to take a break. Tell me how many breaks you take. I love to hear the suggestions, because maybe I can implement some things as well into my day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Millennial and Menopause. Check out my website, millennialandmenopause.com. I also have a podcast. Did y'all know that? I have a podcast. You can find me on just about any podcast platform. The name of my podcast is Her Kit Knowledge and Transformation Podcast. Until next time, ladies, be blessed, bold, and beautiful. Toodles.